Hi Fern.
Hello.
What you up to?
I was just wiping the bullet points of my show off my hand.
You're wiping all your ideas away.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Oh, thanks. It would be a bit awkward if you didn't say that.
Yeah, I probably would have said it even if it wasn't. But even before the show, I felt there was a kind of palpable sense of an event going on. It seemed
cool.
Like
I was
a
really
thing.
nervous. I thought I was going to be sick because I was so
How
nervous.
do you cope with that? Like the nerves just beforehand.
Well, I don't normally get nervous to the extent I was tonight. It was just because I just do circuit gigs where people aren't there specifically to see you. So it's just, I mean, obviously at the Fringe people are there to see you, but then at the Fringe you get so tired from doing the show over and over
That you don't get
you
nervous.
you just don't care. But yeah, it's just when I know people have paid money to see me specifically.
It's good value. It's £8. It's not.
Yeah, Scott was like, "Why are you not charging £10?"
Scott was a support act. Scott.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Scott.
Scott Gibson.
Scott Gibson. He was great.
He was my support, even though he's like better than me, and he just won Best Newcomer at the Fringe, so that was good. But yeah, I'm pretty clueless about how much to charge. And like this year's the first I've remembered to get posters made to advertise the show.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a comedy agent, so I have to remember to.
Have you just decided you can do it all yourself? That like they're taking a percent of nothing for no reason?
Yeah, I've had a few offers agent, because I used to have one, and then I was like, I could do this myself, but recently it's now I really can't do it myself.
Really?
Yeah, it's just kind of too much work.
I mean, I've not really got any insight into the world of being a comedian, but it seems to me, with the greatest respect, like a good job for a lazy bastard, because you don't really need to do an awful lot.
Yeah.
So surely during the day you can be managing your own, taking care of business.
Yeah, well, for the last year I was fine doing that all myself, but now it's starting to get a bit too much.
Alright.
And things like I'm doing this American thing. They're gonna.
Yeah, you said they're gonna
Yeah,
record this show.
It's gonna get recorded here, but it's basically the company that makes. They've made albums for Louis C.K., Aziz Ansari.
They're like
Doug
proper
Stanhope. Yeah, they're
audio
good.
album. Yeah.
Yeah. So they offered to make it, but just as they offered, I'd like signed away the rights to my show for another thing without reason, because I didn't read my contract. So I'll do things like that, not read contracts, not really know what I'm doing.
So it's more of a legal thing rather than just answering emails and stuff.
Yeah, and also it's a bit awkward like emailing big TV bosses yourself, which I also do.
Hiya, can I have a wee go?
Yeah, like I actually have had to do things like that.
So it's better coming through
an agent.
But you must have loads of contacts. You've been doing it.
Oh, like I know who to email, but it's just some people are like, and who should I send the contract to?
Maybe you should set up a false, get an alias going.
Yeah.
Like Fern Brady or something.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea. There was a guy taking notes out there. So
oh fuck.
I know it's not what you think. So I said to him, "So you're reviewing this?" And he said, "No, I'm not reviewing this. I'm a therapist. I'm a lecturer at Edinburgh University, and I'm writing a book on the parallels between stand-up comedy and therapy."
Oh no!
Yeah.
Shit!
So his book's out in 2018. He's got a wee while.
Like, I wish he'd told me this.
Yeah, but really, would you maybe rather not know?
I don't mind. Yeah, if I'd known, I would have mentioned it for definite.
I said to the guy, and he also does a bit of stand-up. He's trying it out.
Oh.
And I said to him, maybe stand-up is just like truth, just delivering the truth in a funny way. Maybe that's the root of it. People can connect to it. Because if I was trying to do it, just make up some stuff and it'd be shit. But going out there and being that honest, is it a bit like therapy? If you had therapy, is it the same?
No, it's not the same. Well, I find comedy more useful. Like when I don't do a gig for a bit, Like if I don't gig for a week, I start to feel quite bad. But
Alright.
then, I mean, it's definitely. I think comedy is like the worst possible thing you can do if you're like mental, because even when things are going well, the high bits are so extreme that you can be like become euphoric, and then the lows of it are crushingly low. Like last Saturday, I had to do a children's gig, where it was so much worse than gigging to like drunk adults. Like they were tearing the beanbags open that they sat on. They wanted
Do they
me.
like observational stuff, or do you just need joke?
I kind of just ask them questions because they have really funny heckles. But one of them told me I should kill myself, like a 5-year-old. And after I left the gig, my friend that was MCing was like, "Oh, that was the maddest kids gig ever. Apparently 2 of the kids pissed themselves because they were just like out of control, and the adults were drunk and not controlling them." So yeah, things like that.
People say that kids say the funniest things, but quite often the things they say aren't very funny at all.
Kids are like vicious hecklers.
Yeah.
They say very surreal things. Like, people are always surprised when I say I do kids gigs, but obviously I don't go and do like dick jokes or that.
No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I've got a son who's 5, and he said to me today, "Knock knock," and guess what? I said, "Who's there?" And he said, "Jelly," and I said, "Jelly who?" And he said, "Jellycopter."
That's alright, yeah.
There's
Sometimes
something
they
there.
do
It's
nonsensical
playing with the
answers.
format.
Yeah.
It's not really a knock knock joke.
No, my brother used to do that as well, his own knock knock jokes that didn't make sense.
I think puns are better than sarcasm in many ways. At least there's a kind of.
I really don't like puns, but my boyfriend does them all the time.
Do you think that makes him worse? Do you think it encourages him?
He wrote one of my jokes in my set, that thing about the scariest attraction.
Yeah.
He said that as we walked past the London dungeons, and I was like, "That's well funny."
That's a great joke. Yeah.
Yeah. So my boyfriend's not a comedian, but he's very funny. He's very good at coming up with weird things like that. But since he's done that one joke for me, he now thinks he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna write your jokes for you."
Yeah. I find that if you go to like a comedy gig with some men, then after the gig they all think they're comedians, and they sort of
Oh, really?
start cracking out funnies, and it doesn't really work. They just like come out doing an impression of whoever you've just seen.
Yeah.
So maybe you're just wearing off on him a wee bit. That'll probably build up and get worse. Or
Yeah.
better over the years. I don't know.
It's very hard to get anyone to go out with you if you're a female comedian anyway, so I'm just grateful.
Well, yeah, I suppose it's not like you sign a prenup like don't mention me at work or anything.
Oh, yeah, we don't tweet each other because of his job, because he were like, it's quite, well, because of the kind of comedy I do and the kind of serious job he has. Oh, like, there was a review of my show, this Fringe, and the headline was like, talks about her past life as a stripper, and I was just, other than the fact my parents would probably fall out with me, I was like, my boyfriend's work's gonna see that, my landlord's gonna see that. Like, oh, it was just so embarrassing.
It's a shame to be defined for a job that you had for a little while, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was, I held up. I mean, I've been doing comedy for 6.5 years, so I waited to do anything on it. But I haven't read the Guardian review, but apparently they were like, she should talk more about stripping. I was like, but audiences can be really weird about it. You know, really tense and stuff.
Yeah.
It's more of a thing that Fringe audiences would like.
Yeah, you could feel the tension in a room. It's like you're maybe gonna talk about "Oh my hell" or something like that. It's weird how you can sense that. You just sort of feel like shoulders going up a wee bit.
Yeah, like tonight they were, and it actually, so during the Fringe, it was basically when I was previewing the show in the run up to the Fringe, stripper stuff wasn't working. Then during the Fringe it was fine, and then the show got good reviews. And then once I've done it outside of it, it's just back to audiences being like, oh, we don't like this. Which is how I always knew it would be. So I'm always perplexed when people are like, oh, you should do more on that. because I can't really have that much silence in a show. Makes you nervous if you're a comedian.
Yeah, maybe they're in it for the wrong reasons. They're not really there for the laugh. They're just there for the car crash or something like that. Maybe that's part of it. So, do you think that how many change the tack with how many charity direct debits have you got going?
None. Why?
None at all. Well, I had quite a few going, and then I realised I'd given 13 grand to the Dogs Trust, and I thought, right, that's enough, so I'll just stop them all. And I thought I might feel quite bad about myself or something, but I just feel the same.
I donated to Battersea Dogs Home recently because a comedian called Michael Legg, his dog died, and he wanted people to make donations.
There's a nice bit about dogs. I think maybe that came up subliminally in my conscience.
Friend's show.
Yeah, there's a nice bit about. It's a show for dog lovers, isn't it?
I love dogs, but I'm always confused when people get. This makes me think maybe I'm a psychopath because people get really upset at the end of my show.
The climax of your show that's probably the right word for it, isn't it? I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's not seen it, but so I can't really talk about
people
it. People
get really upset, or people either really love it or they like.
How can you love that?
Well, tonight I would say they didn't. But
Can we say?
Yeah, there's loads of. I wanted
necrophilia in it, isn't there?
You could say that.
You could put it that way.
Basically, I wanted to cry at the end of my show because a lot of comedians genuinely make themselves cry every day of their show, which I think is psychotic. Because how could you genuinely feel that emotion every day? Because stand-up's supposed to be.
But you said most stand-ups are sociopaths anyway, so.
They are, and there's a few comedians who have cried every day of a Fringe run.
Yeah.
About like their dead parents or whatever. So I just thought.
It's about that therapy thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not healthy, is it? Doing that for. You're like on schedule, 10 to 3
But they're trying
today,
to win an award, which is so.
I see.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that in my mind, I was like, well, I want to have a video where I'm frantically trying to make myself cry, and then I'll cut up an onion in a panic and try and. So yeah, it worked. About half of the time, it worked really well, and then other times, like the first time I previewed it, 2 people were crying, and another time in Bristol, a woman stuffed her scarf in her mouth to stop herself from like crying out loud. But I just think it's the kind of comedy I find really dark is comedians who I know are psychopaths pretending to be lovable everymen.
Right.
That's really frightening.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I do. Have you got a lot of shows coming up? Is there anything you want to mention? Doing a lot of touring? Is that a tour or?
It's not an agent wanted me to tour it, but I was like, I'm tragically not famous enough. So I just picked my favourite venues, so I'm doing like 3 other dates. Oh well, I'm gonna do an album recording here for America, and that's on March the 26th. The tickets aren't up for it yet, it will be next week.
Well, that's a good wee break till then.
Yeah, I had to leave it, like, it took so long to organise the American thing that, because ideally I would have done it tonight, but I've got to rewrite the show a bit and sort of do all this other stuff to get ready. So I'm doing that.
Well, I hope it all goes well.
Yeah.
Fern, Brady, Stan Comedy Club.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Oh, I'm doing a Radio 4 thing next month.
Alright, okay.
About promoting that.
Okay. They might cut it.
I think it'll promote itself, like, because it's Scott's doing it as well, actually.
You don't like Radio 4 comedies.
Oh, did you see that show? Yeah, I can't believe I've been asked to do a Radio 4 thing. They must have not seen me slacking it off repeatedly. I mean, it isn't funny at all, though. Radio 4... Bridget Christie's show was good. I like her. But Radio 4 comedy is just shit.
Fags, mags and bags.
Do you know anyone involved in it?
No?
Alright, because I didn't want to be like, are
No,
you joking?
No, I think it's quite funny.
I love Radio 4 and I say I listen to it I listened to from the Today programme up to about 1 p.m.
Do you think the concept of Women's Hour is patronising?
Nah,
Or do you
because
think
Women's
it's
Hour
great?
is a feminist show.
It
Oh,
is.
it was patronising when it first came out, but now it's like a really great show. Oh, I've got a sore head.
Thanks for that, Fern. I really appreciate that. That's
No,
absolutely magic.
thanks.
Um,
What's the website?
It's the Fountain. It's called